So we start at the karate chop point. Even though I have some fears as my life shifts, and I definitely see a lot of limitations, I really want to let myself create. And right now, I love myself enough to do that. And right now, I accept all the parts of me. Even though life keeps shifting and I feel some limitations, I also have some wanting, creative impulses and ideas. And I love that about myself. And I accept my creative and artistic side fully. Even though I have some physical challenges, I'd like to allow the force of my creativity because I love myself and I fully accept this whole journey I'm on. So I want to remind you to really feel your breathing when you're not speaking. Let's move to the crown. Everybody has limitations. I'm hyper aware of my own. And based on evidence and history, I do see limitations. Inner eyebrow. I'm pretty sure my inner being doesn't see as many limitations as I do. Side of the eye. I'm pretty sure some of those limitations are self-created or self-perpetuated. Under the eye. And I'm not saying that my conditions aren't real. Under the nose. And I don't want to shame myself for anything my body does, for any of the phases that it goes through. Chin point. I certainly don't want to shame myself for the era I'm in. Under the clavicle rounds. In fact, I want to see new possibility. I know there is potential and possibility. Side of the ribs. There's probably more than I see. There's almost certainly more than I allow. Let's go to the crown. I don't want to treat my body like things are going wrong when it's doing its things. Inner eyebrow. Right now, things are as they are right now. Side of the eye. I'd like to remember more and honor more that nothing my body ever does gets stuck. It's always temporary. Under the eye, upper cheekbone. I'd like to believe that even more can shift and heal and dissolve and dissipate more than I believe to be possible is possible for my health. Under the nose. And even with my negative beliefs in place over time, even with all my collecting of evidence, which is real data, I've done stuff. I've had good energy. I have felt good. Chin point. Right now, I accept the waxing and waning. And right now, I propose to myself that it can keep shifting. Under the clavicle round. My inner being knows more than doctors and scientists know. My inner being is not limited. My inner being is the source of my creative ideas, my creative impulses, my deeply creative nature. Side of the ribs. As long as I'm on planet Earth, I will create. And I will play. And I will have ideas, some brilliant ideas. And I will express. And I will revel in that. Crown point. Sometimes my health might get in the way of how much I do. My pace, my rhythms, how much time I give it. That's just real. Inner eyebrow. My inner being doesn't have a problem with any of that. My inner being is aware of reality. Side of the eye. More aware than I am. I get caught up in fears and limitations. Under the eye. Whatever is mine to do, I have the capacity to do it. Under the nose. Whatever wants to come through me will come through me. It always has, except when I've shut it down. Chin point. I'd like to shut down my creative impulses much less. I'd like to just see it as resistance. Under the clavicle round. Everybody has resistance. I don't have to resist my resistance. My inner being doesn't have a problem with my resistance. The creative ideas and wanting keep flowing. Side of the ribs. I'd like to get better at softening the resistance. I'd like to get better at interrupting it early before it builds momentum. Crown point. Resistance comes in as thoughts, fears, going to the future to predict what I won't be able to do or won't do well. Inner eyebrow. Right now, I remember that the future is not my business. Right now, I let myself feel the relief of that. Side of the eye. I can actually interrupt future predictions because they're not real. They're not mine to make. Under the eye. I can certainly not promise what I'm not sure I can deliver. Under the nose. I can certainly have honest conversations about that. Chin point. And that means nothing about my beautiful creative impulses. Under the clavicle round. I really like it when I bring it to now. Right now, what do I want to give myself to? Right now, what's coming through me? Right now, what did I just wonder about or get curious about? Side of the ribs. I'd like to remember more often that that's guidance. I'd like to follow the guidance, whether it's about creating art, drinking it in, dreaming it up, or making agreements with people helping me get it to the world or purchasing it. Crown point. I'm just not willing to leave myself out of any agreement I make. I like to not violate myself by agreeing to something that will feel bad to me, like pressure, or like something I need to deliver that I cannot. And I don't need to predict whether I can or cannot. I just need to make clear agreements that feel authentic to me. I just need to make art. I just need to respond to my inner being, my guidance, my brilliant guidance. I need to love this and enjoy it. I need to allow myself to have it. I need to bring it to now and just be with what is here and now. And that's enough. And it's a lot. And it's amazing. Now drop your hands down and take a moment to breathe, to feel the reverberations of the tapping. To love yourself, to love the depth of your creativity, to love this body, whatever it does next, whatever it's done in the past. And if there's anything you note that you'd like to work on further because it created more resistance or felt like not enough, make a note of that. Mental note, literal note. And all that you need is constantly being revealed. Thank you for practicing with me.